Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Blueprints. As you may have seen in the last episode, we actually beat the game. We made it to room 46, so that's exciting. So I wasn't quite sure if I was going to play more, but I made myself a list of what things we have that we know of that we have not resolved yet. And so I'll go over the list with you, but I think the list was long enough to convince me to at least do one more recording session of this. I don't know that I'm quite invested enough to want to do a sort of 100% run, but there's enough things that are looming over us that we have not done. So here's my list of what I think we have left. So we have safes. So we've opened 2 safes, although the Apple Orchard gate was opened with a date, and if you believe the bit about 8 dates, open 8 safes if you count small gates, that we got suggests that maybe that does count. But if so, that means there's supposed to be like a hidden gem in the Apple Orchard, and a hidden note related to the 8 jewels of the crown. I think they specifically said 8, but maybe I have made that up, but I think that's correct. So anyway, we have a number of safes. We know about one in the office. We know about one in the drawing room, for example. There's also this question of the clocks everywhere. So early on in the game, I noticed that there's sort of these clocks everywhere, and I think there's just too many clocks everywhere for it not to be relevant in some way. Now, my first instinct, of course, was that it was going to be that I was supposed to look at the times on the clocks. That, I think, turned out not to be relevant because the time just sort of advances normally. I'm going to just shut this so that Tristan doesn't yell at me for looking at the other screen. It's still open, though, right? It's still recording? There we go. Okay. So I think there's something going on with that. I don't know what. We still have to connect the lab and the boiler room. I think we could play this game for 1,000 days and never have that happen, but it's nice to dream, as they say. So we'll do our best. There's still more to do with a classroom. So every classroom we've sort of made it to, we found new things. I think we've made it to the 5th classroom, and there are 8 total. So I think we've got 3 more. Those have been teaching us stuff about geography. And so we know a lot about geography, like what color the flags are of these countries. We know what country is which on the map. So there's a lot of stuff related to that we know and we haven't had a chance to use yet. So surely that's useful for something, but I could not tell you what. We need to find 2 more basement keys to open the area under the fountain and to open the one at the bottom of the tomb. There's also a basement door down there. I'm paranoid, so I'm going to just keep checking that this is still recording, because I just know it's going to stop recording one day if I don't look at it. So we need at least 2 of those. One of them should be relatively easy, and that we just need to, on any run, find a basement key, and we can use that to open the fountain. The other one we need specifically on a day when we have the tomb, which is nuts, and I don't know if we're going to do that. We have this whole subplot with the stalker guy, Denny Ravain is his name, who is trying to kill us, and that hasn't really been resolved, so I worry if we just let Simon go on about his merry way living in his house, he's going to die, and we don't really want that. We have a bunch of letters to the mail room that we have not gotten. We have 2, looking at the screen, it looks like there might be something like 8 or something. I don't know exactly how many, but anyway, I'd like to get more of those, because I think those might also give us some clues as to what things are. I want to look up, once we load the game, how many rooms there are that we've never seen, because we have a directory of all the rooms, and I'm curious how many new rooms there are, because there are at least a handful of rooms, I'm pretty sure, that I've never been in. There is this sheets of music puzzle, where, there's a sheet of music I've never found once I started doing that. But I'm still pretty sure that if you look at the bold notes on the music sheets, I think there are 8 of them, and I think they spell out first words on the sheets are the true message. And so I've been looking back and going back to what are the first words. And so the first words are find among the white. And then I've got 4 that I haven't found. So I'm curious about that. Then we also have this clue about how to get to the cloister, like clicking the bottoms of pillars while facing the angel or something like that. So we've never been to the cloister, I don't believe. I was pretty sure that was going to be in the tomb, but I looked in the tomb and I tried clicking all over the pillars and I didn't seem to get anything, so I'm not quite sure about that. Could be somewhere else. We have several books to buy. The books are very expensive. And then we also have the broad genre of everything I've noticed about fonts, from the fact that all the letters seem to have been written on the same typewriter, because you can see the fading thing in the A, which has some nefarious implications about these letters that seem to be coming from outside the house, but must be also from the typewriter inside the house. So I think there might be some like lore thing going on there. And then we've got stuff like the bizarre kerning on some of the cooked goods, especially like the coffee is missing an E for some reason. So all sorts of stuff is going on there. Anyway, the reason why I've been saying all of this while looking over the title screen is I thought it might be wise to look at the title screen and see if anything sort of leapt out at me as like a clue to something I have not looked at. So we've got like this sort of blueprint thing. This is in like the sketch room or something. There's a safe in the sketch room, which is a little tiny itty bitty safe. I have no idea what's there. Got like a musical instrument, like a violin, I guess, and a bow. I don't know what to do with that. We've got an hourglass. We've got a chess piece. We've pretty well solved what's going on with the chess pieces. We've got a globe. There are globes all over the place. This is the symbol for room 46. That's also shown up on jewelry in a few places and a few other things of that sort. It's over like a fireplace. Anyway, the short version is I did not actually see anything that looked useful on the title screen, but I thought it was worth looking because there's a lot of stuff there. Okay, so if anything is going to happen, I don't actually know what it's going to be since we beat the game last time, because I just stopped after that. But let us see. The next day. Oh, so this isn't even a numbered day. This is the next day. Ooh, we seem to have gotten a trophy. Open only in event of inheritance. Oh, okay. So, dear Baron, welcome to Mount Holly, your home. I still remember the first time I was addressed by my title. I was quite a bit older than you, but it still felt strange, especially after a lifetime of hearing my father addressed daily by the same title. But life is a journey of growth, growing up, growing older, growing wiser, and in our case, growing into the Baron of Reddington. The Baron doesn't have to be a daunting figure. He could be quiet and unassuming, or loud, brash, and boisterous. He could be deceptive or trustworthy, humble or boastful, or any measure of other things, but always clever. When I inherited Mount Holly, I never had to prove myself. They just gave me the keys and left it at that. It felt too easy, too trivial, and very undeserved. Experience comes with time, but without validation, I spent the better part of my youth questioning myself. And as I grew older, that lack of conviction and aimlessness amplified. I never really had any goals or objectives to strive toward. I never had any dreams to realize. I never set my sights on anything beyond the horizon. I never had a room 46. And now that you've reached your goal and are basking in the well-deserved glory, shiny trophy in hand, and showered with accolades and titles, will you be content to stop there, or will you look to the horizon and wonder what dreams lie next? Oven Nivari. Okay, I'm going to copy that down into my notes. Let's see, the Herbert Sinclair. I don't think I have anything to associate with that. Ovinneneveri. Is this an anagram? It's got a lot of V's in it to be an anagram, but one never knows. I can take my trophy. I have been to the trophy room once, all right. I'll take my allowance. Right, one thing I wanted was to check the room registry and see, okay, there's 2 rooms even in 1 through 12 I haven't been to. I've been to all of those. I've been to all of those. Why is room 46 blank? I did go to room 46. Maybe I have to get there again to actually look at what's in there. I don't know. Maybe they'll just never show it to me, and it will just be forever a trick. I don't know if this is a thing or not. Studio editions. Yeah, that's right. There are some studio editions I have not yet made. Found floor plans. Okay, so there could be some number of mysterious ones, but there's at least a couple that I have not been to. Let's go get our outside room. Now that I live here, I should be able to, like, stay the night and not have to worry about feet anymore. Because I'm no longer being kept outside of the house. Let's see. Okay, well, I suppose I should draft the tomb. Just in case I find the basement key. Let's go try to find the basement key, shall we? There are still several doors on the outside that we haven't opened, which I guess you could count in my list of things. This is... Oh, this is the trophies, I see. Complete the directory. Okay, so we got that. Solve 40, win 40 puzzle parlor games, create all 8 workshop things, win the drafting strategy sweepstakes, unlock all 8 realm sigils. I have no idea what that is. That can go on the list. We've unlocked 0 of 8 realm sigils. I mean, I guess I know what the realms are, I think those are the things we've been doing with the classrooms. Solve the puzzle in room 8 on rank 8. Do I even know what room 8 is? Or is that one of the ones I've never found? It is one of the ones I've never found. Reach room 46 in dare mode, reach room 46 in curse mode, reach room 46 in 1 day, reach room 46 in under an hour. I don't care about any of this. Buy out the entire showroom, ace the classroom final exam, complete the trophy case. Well, if one of the trophies is completing the trophy case, how could I ever complete the trophy case? Oh, Mount Holly gift shop. Okay. That is new. Which one are you? Are you my, you are not one of these. Oh, I see. This is the last shop. Okay, got it. Okay. Let's see. Mount Holly t-shirt. A permanent addition to the walk-in closet. It just looks nice. When you reach rank 5 with lunchbox, gain half of it. Let's see. Swim trunks. Permanent addition to the pool. Oh, dirigiblocks. Swimbird plushie. Unlock dare mode. Blue tents. Thanks for visiting. I mean, I guess this is like a 3-way room, so I guess that's a beneficial thing to have be in the draft pool just generally. There's these triangles. Sturdy construction, steel stakes and scouting, rope included. Base size 6 foot by 8 foot by 40 inches high. Do dry finish, water resistant treatment. Finger with a 46 on it. Okay. I suppose technically I could buy the t-shirt. Oh. I've got a bunch of postcards. It's about time you visit. More references to this nonsense. Okay, we've got that one. Okay, Merry Christmas. Okay. I give up. I'm stumped. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Okay, seems like a good place for the parlor. Get some gems going, as much as I don't really love the parlor, but I am close to getting a trophy for finishing these. The empty boxes are both true. The gems are in the black box. This is not an empty box. Okay, so if this is true, then it means the same thing as this. So those would both be true. And then this would be wrong, right? Because this would then say the empty boxes are both true, but then that would mean everything was true. That can't be. So the gems aren't in the black box. Therefore, these are both false, and so therefore this one is true. The empty boxes are both true. Wait. Now I think I'm wrong. Because if the empty boxes are both true, because the thing I'm thinking about is, like, if it's saying the empty boxes are both true, well, one of these two is assuredly empty. And so, therefore, this is always false. But if this is always false, doesn't that make one of these true, which means the gems are in the black box? Okay, maybe I needed to go through this again. If the gems are in the black box, then these are both true. Oh, right. This could be false and be an empty box, and so it's false. Okay, so yeah, so the gems are in the black box. Okay. Okay. We will go the way that we can go. I will use a gem for the commissary, because it's always good to be able to buy an item early. I do like having a shovel, because I really enjoy the ability to pretend that the shovel might someday do something. We both know it's not going to, right? You and me, we secretly do that. By the way, the coffee with missing E is here, and this, like, thing with the blanks really looks to me like these are, like, meant to be filled in with something, but I have no idea what. Okay. Sorry, I got a message over on Discord I was checking. Okay, I can enable Dirigiblocks soon, though, maybe, possibly. Let's see, we could put a passageway, we could just shove a storeroom here, which is probably what I'm gonna do. Just get some keys, since I don't have any yet, and yeah, it'll sort of lop off this whole side of the world, which is a little bit sad, but what can you do? What I can do, come over here. Okay, I'm really tempted to go to the mailroom. Or the observatory, actually. But I feel like that might lead to me getting cut off a little bit too easily, so I'm going to come to the den first. Okay, let's see. If I stare at this clock, do I see anything? I see that this V for 5 looks a little bit bolded, and 2 of the I's in the 3 look a little bit bolded. Is this saying I'm supposed to, like, be here at exactly that time or something, where one hand is on 3 and one hand is on 5? Okay, that one doesn't have anything. This one has the same thing, and this also has that shape on it that's like a V. Yeah, let me draw that and add this to my notes. So I'm curious if this symbol shows up on a bunch of different clocks or not, but the clocks in the den, at least, have this symbol. Which is like, I don't know, like a vector cross product symbol or something. That long horizontal line also shows up a lot in the paintings in the drawing room, where I was sort of becoming convinced that it meant something about gates or something. Let's see, this one doesn't have that. But yeah, the bolded V, although this one's got a bolded V, and this one has like a lot of double I's bolded. Do these others also have a bunch of double I's bolded? You could kind of call that bolded if you stretched it a little bit. You could almost call that bolded. Like, there are some numbers that kind of appear bolded. On this one, actually, it does look like that 2 is also bolded. So some numbers on clocks appear bolded. Okay, so that is something I want to see, because there's a lot of clocks. I want to see if that seems to be the case in other clocks as well. Let's see. Do I want to just go to the office? I don't think so. I think it's probably a good idea to just sort of burn away one of the dead ends, but again, who knows? I'm definitely going to get the t-shirt. It does just look nice. Okay, I can throw... bedroom sounds good. Let's see. Random gem. I appreciate the random gems. There aren't any clocks in here somehow? It's a little bit of a weird choice to have no clocks in the bedroom, but I guess this is like a guest bedroom or something, I think. Also, it's crazy to me. They sell me all these books that are very expensive, but I've got all these books right here. Okay. Let's see. I could be super risky and go with the solarium. I don't think I'm quite that risky. I'll go with the pantry over here. Have our apple. We can have me point out again that this E looks weird. See, if I look at, like, if I just try and, like, go across this room here, like, there's a missing E here. Let's see. This sugar very much looks like, when I was in, like, elementary school and I had to make posters, my mother would always make fun of me because I wouldn't sort of, like, lay it out carefully so that every letter was exactly the same width, and it would inevitably end up with, like, slightly crunched letters on the end. This sugar reminds me of that. Let me know if anyone else had that experience, or did you all, like, very carefully lay it out with, like, a ruler or something? I'm very curious. Okay, let's see. Lux Coffee. See, the creator of the game knew how to spell coffee. They just didn't spell it that way. The lowercase b in Bridget. Also, like, if you look at it, the Bridget here is kind of spelling bridge. Like, it looks bolded to me. I was hoping I could, like, make something if I put together, like, all the letters that something weird was going on with, but there aren't that many letters in this room. Let's see. This feels like a great place for a drawing room. Okay. This room does have a safe in it. Does it have a clock? It has a phone, which I've noticed, like, not a lot of rooms have phones. I don't want to make the claim that there are no other rooms with phones, because I think there might be other rooms with phones, but I haven't seen many. Here's our safe, if we want to guess some random dates. This clock doesn't seem to have anything going on. Again, I swear that this is drawing gate, like G-A-I-T, but I don't know how to turn G-A-I-T into a word, unless it's like foot to foot, in which case maybe it's like 12-12, because a foot is 12 inches and it's connecting 2 feet. To be honest, I'd be kind of upset if that was what was going on, but also I kind of want the safe open, so I'm very, very mixed. But it's like clearly pointing at like the feet or the shoes or the width of the step. I'm trying to figure out like how any of these things could be converted to a date. Let's see, is anything going on in this picture that would tell me what date this picture was taken? Like, this picture is how I figured out you're supposed to move the thing. I also saw something about a special chair or something. This might or might not be said special chair. Foot to foot. Like, I feel like if this was gate, actually it should connect to that foot or something. So maybe it's not gate, but I don't know. I don't know a lot about horse gate. Also, I genuinely have no idea what I'm supposed to do with any of this, but I feel like it's, like, tantalizingly close. Like, I think last time it occurred to me, like, oh, maybe it's like March because it's like walking, and if I have to pick one of the months to be corresponded by this, it would probably be March, so it could be like 3/12 or something. It wasn't that. I could do the thing I did in the other room and just try every March date, but I think that probably isn't what they want me to do. I could count how many paintings there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, well, it's too many, because I think this is 33, unless the answer is that it's 3-3, but that feels silly. It doesn't really feel like a date. And I mean, I was like, I could count the figures, and I could count like the drawings that aren't ones that have this horizontal line, but the horizontal line is sort of evocative of the one that shows up on the clock in the den, which is part of why I'm sort of dwelling on it more than usual. Anyway, let's have a look at rooms that I can put down. I feel like this is probably I'm gonna just redraw, because I don't really see a huge reason to want any of those, and I get a free redraw off the room, so I might as well. Let's see. Okay, so we get now green rooms contain flowers, and I get some diamonds. Good. I like diamonds. Diamonds are a girl's best friend, or whatever. Okay, let's see. We'll put the corridor here, but I'm not going that way yet. I'm gonna look for stuff here first. I think here I can definitely redraw and use the correct button to do it. Gymnasium. You can look at the courtyard. sometimes the courtyard has things. Oh, it's got 2 gems today. That's nice. It's got a chest. Does it have a sledgehammer? I want to double check it does have a sledgehammer before I go using a key to open the safe. Because often the courtyard does have a sledgehammer. If it has a sledgehammer, I didn't see it, though. Let's see. Money, money, money. Okay. So, well, I know this is going to be open, so I can at least throw something here. I think that something is going to be a guest bedroom, just the usual get things out. There are like a lot of letters in this that look like they're slightly bolded, but I don't know if I'm hallucinating it. I also just want to look at these shelves again. See if anything stands out as like, oh, I should think about this. Like this, I think this is an icosahedron. Which would like mean something about the number 20, perhaps. There's an anchor here, which is a little bit weird. There's our white pawn, our whale. I guess there's like just a nautical theme in this room anyway, the guest bedroom. But I don't see much going on there beyond that. Oh, I do have the shovel. Speaking of things that I should pay attention to. You admit it, you already left a comment. You didn't see that I noticed. Okay. I want to go use the last exit down here from the entrance hall before I go sort of trying to get into that area. Which I realize consumes a lot of feet, but I think it is worth it, especially when we've got the salt. Okay, do these... Okay, this one also has the bolding. Again, it looks like it's the 2 and the 5, and to a lesser degree that 2. Well, 2 of the 3 there. It's the fact that 2 of the 3 things in the 3 seem bolded that really bothers me. Which makes it look like it's trying to communicate like 25 or a time or something. Okay, let's see. This looks like just, you know, thematically, this looks like the place the foyer is supposed to go, right? Could shove a hallway here. Let's see. Baron Thomas Sinclair. I wonder if I'm supposed to be looking at the statues or if I'm supposed to be looking again. Major Nicholas Key? Is his name really Key? Key 4? Ja'ariena. You have the 10 necklace from the paintings. Edwin Sinclair. Count Isaac Gates. See, that reminds me of the if you count small gates thing. So maybe I'm looking for, like, small statues of this guy. I kind of want to just have a picture of all of these, just in case I decide later I want to identify any of these people. Let's see. Because some of these names are very suspicious. Okay, and I can't click the bottoms of any of these pillars, can I? I don't think so, but I might as well check since there's the whole bit about the cloister and the clicking the pillars and everything. Yeah, I don't think so. These hand things do show up in a number of places. I don't know if that's anything either. Okay, let's see. There's a whole bunch of red rooms. Wonderful. It seems like a good place to burn off the dark room. Because I don't really care what room goes here, and so I'll just take a random one. It's fine. What's the machinarium, huh? Someday I do have to make the machinarium actually sort of maxed out, but today is not that day, it would seem. Okay. Well. We won't lie, that's not like the best use of burning off things. So I sort of burned off a dead end that didn't have to be a dead end, but what can you do? I at least won't draw the dark room anymore. Okay, and so here we go through the observatory, and then we come in through here. Okay, and then here, I'm definitely willing to spend a die to make sure that we get into the foundation. But I don't think I have... Oh, no, I do. Okay, office it is. Let's see, there's a hand pointing at this guy. The hands pointing seem to be something to do with the statues, perhaps. Okay, I'm looking at that clock. There's a small gate. I think that's the gate guy. 2 icosahedrons. But I think this is like one of each. But I could be wrong. Okay, I'm just going to try 320 again, just to make sure it's not. Because the thing that made me suspicious was not that. The thing that made me suspicious was that this note has this sort of march in a different thing. Also note this letter is written by a different person because the other letter was all in lowercase and this letter is all in capitals. Yeah, March of the Count. The last title is intended to be hearings or herrings. Either would be suitable. Oh, right, and then this is what opens the safe. Okay, it was really not 320. Those aren't relevant. There's nothing I can get on the computer, right? I don't think so. Let's see, do I have more mail now? No. I figured maybe I'd have mail now that I'd beaten the game. The data transfers thing is still a mystery. Okay. I'm gonna guess it's not November 4th, but technically the computer did tell me 11/4. So, do all of the things on this note correspond to people from the thing? I don't think so. Let me pull up, since I took the pictures, I might as well look at the pictures. Let's go. Oops. Oh, no, that's all the way back in time. That's not the direction I wanted to go. You can see a very young me and Tristan, though, back there. You'd think getting the most recent photos would be an easy thing to do, but they have made this not easy. There we go. Okay. So, one of the statues is a count, which is the one that is Count Gates. We have a baron. Now, we don't have a queen unless J.E. Ariana is a queen and it just doesn't say queen. We have a major. We have another baron. We have a lord. So, these things do correspond to the statues in the foyer, except for the queen. Unless the queen is Ja'ari. Je being the French word for I, which I guess would be a Roman numeral 1 if you really stretch. Ari is like almost April, I guess, if I wanted to try like 4-1 or 1-4. Oh, this is not safe. That feels like a humongous stretch. Or 0401 maybe. No. Okay. I don't know. I will try 420 because we do have a tetrahedron and an icosahedron. Or 0420. I'm pretty sure I did already try that because my math brain liked that idea. Although this is a non-platonic solid. That has some different number of faces. We've got these statues, which look like the kind of things that, like, if you looked at them from different directions, would maybe be different numbers or something. I've seen those a few places. I just like for, like, what else could be the clue? Or is the clue really in a different room? Or does it involve putting together knowledge from different rooms? That note and the connection to the foyer really perturbs me. But I don't know what to do about it, other than be perturbed. Nothing of interest was buried here. I got 2 coins. I got a rock. The deposit box key. Actually, that might be like the most exciting thing I've ever gotten out of one of these. Well, I certainly have to use a key here. Okay, well, we're definitely doing this, although we're sort of at more risk than one would anticipate, I suppose. If I get the, like, dig a hole, get a letter combination, I'm going to feel bad that I did all the digging. God, I could make the whole house aquariums. I guess we can make it that. I'm not so excited about any of this. None of it is giving me a permanent bonus, so I don't really care. Yeah. We both know you're not going to give me the boiler room. But we can pretend. I'm just looking around the... We've got this, like, heating cooling curve thing. Test 205. Lab technician Randolph. Might just be a reference to the freezer. I don't know. Okay, nothing in a lab should be making sounds if no one is here to watch it. It seems like a very bad idea. Just looking to see if there's any, like, anything I can extract a possible date from. There does not seem to be. There's a rule of exponents. It's very exciting. Boiler room. It's not the boiler room. But there's a passageway which has vents on the top, so I can at least get 2 more shots at getting a boiler room, perhaps. Well, maybe not 2. Maybe 2 is optimistic. Let's see. Well, I could put a chapel here, I suppose, so that I don't get cut off. Security also has vents in the ceiling. Oh, but security, I can't get through security that way. That is unfortunate. Like, I can set the power mode of these, so if I can, like, find... It's the boiler room! Oh my god! I think that counts, right? That looks like it counts. Is my thing powered? Or do I need to, like, thing it? What was the clue here? It was something about 3 after 9 or something. Push 3 up after 9. Okay, that seems to indicate it does not have power yet. Okay, so we've got to go back and somehow reconfigure the boiler room, which is fine. I just want to make sure that oh, I see. I've got to oh, I've got to flip this to go the other way, I think. And then I think I can hit activate here. And so now that might get me where I need to go. Except now this door is locked off. But other than that, let's see. So it should be going through here, through here. Oh, I probably need to, like, rearrange this so that I can get up there or something. Oh, maybe I just can walk up here. And maybe I can just walk through... oops. What did I do? Oh. Maybe I can just walk through here. Maybe I'm dumb. That's also possible. Does this count as powering the lab? I think it should, hopefully, right? No, huh? Okay. Oh, is it because... that's why. It's because it's going right and needs to go back. If I want this to actually work. Oh, I see. So, like, hit that. Why can't I hit the activate button? I was able to hit the activate button before. Can I hit it again now? Is it going to be the case that I screwed this up and it's not going to let me do it anymore? Or what? Let's see. Is anything actually flowing in here? Let's see. You are... see, do I need to, like, flip you over the other way? Oh, right. Okay, so there's one of these that goes in the back, and it's that one. Let's see, is this actually connected to something now? Only if I do that. And so now... Oh, now that's not activated anymore. But that thing's already activated. So now, I think because that was activated, I think now this should work, hopefully. We'll find out, I suppose. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I'm about to spend all my footsteps just going back and forth between these, trying to see if the boiler thing worked. Let's see. Oh, I can actually go across that way. Ah! Well, that seems like a good noise. Seems like a plus for me. Let us see if it actually worked. I think it did. At the very least, it sounds like it's working. Oh, yeah, I see some blue lights going through it. That's a good sign. Okay. So it is push 3 up after 9. Haha! We have done it! At long last. What have we done? We have opened a door on the premises that goes somewhere. The Black Bridge Grotto. You may access one offline terminal from the network. I don't know what that means, even. But hey, I'm happy I no longer have to try and do this. Okay, well. At least we did that. Let's try and go and see if we can just find a random basement key somewhere. Because that is our biggest remaining hurdle, I fear. We do eventually have to do stuff like drain the reservoir, let us not forget. It is locked. Of course it's locked. Everything's locked. Oh, there's a key right there, though. I don't even remember this pain-plane combination. I must have just gotten it right away, and then, let's see. It is what I have there. They didn't change the message because I beat the game, did they? Let's double check. Because if they changed the message because I beat the game, I should notice it. Although I feel like you could easily beat the game without ever finding the message. Nope, I have an L, so it's probably the same it was, I just don't remember. Okay, so with that, I can, I suppose, go up there if I want. Use the key. Let's see. Something going on with the pump room that I don't understand. Just take this and hope I get some keys, probably. I mean, I guess... Ooh, that's good. In terms of keys. That's a good key to get. Well, the one thing I know that's going on with the... Then my brain stopped. The one thing I know is going on with the pump room is that I was able to drain the fountain with it, and then I could probably get somewhere with the fountain. But I need the key for that. Let's see. This will take me through here. Oh, right. I should turn up the thing. Oh, I have been to the cloister. Oh, but the, I see. Okay, so the, that is the cloister. Okay, by the way, I should turn the security level to high. Keycard security system settings, security level, high, please. Confirm setting. That's just so that I encounter more of the doors that are locked by the keycard that I have. Okay, and so it's saying something about looking at the pillars. There we go. That's how I get in here. I see. Can I do anything with the statue once I'm here? Let's see. Mr. Nugula, if you are reading this, it seems the day has finally come, and the cloister is at long last getting some much overdue maintenance. I have left you a literal token of appreciation to serve as positive reinforcement, which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day while working on our estate. We have learned from our dealings with your predecessor that it is much cheaper in the long run to be generous. Okay, but there's also this GXET on the back of the statue. Find a place where I can shunt that. Okay, so we did the cloister. So that is one... Actually, that's two things from our list for today, because today we have connected the lab and the boiler room. And we have figured out how to get into the cloister. And then it turns out we have this back of the statue where there is this GXET. key. This is on the back of the cloister statue. I don't think I know what to do with it. I don't think it's an anagram. Okay, and what does the cloister actually do? Oh, the cloister, I don't know, it does anything. It's 4-way, though, so that's something. Okay, the music room I have to take because it might have the basement key. It has a major key. It has the secret garden key instead, which I still don't 100% even know how the secret garden key works. Denoted in verse. Yeah, and this is the set of music sheets that I actually have already done. The find among the white something. So, tragedy of tragedies. There's the violin from the intro. There's a drum. Oh yeah, there's just a door up here. Can I use the secret garden key? No. I'll just use a regular key then. Fine. I can buy some food. That sounds good. Oh, I can't take the food. Okay, well, I can just go to the Nook then. Fine. I'm just, like, more carefully examining the stuff in the world. I, again, have been terrible at looking up at the ceiling. So there's probably just, like, written on one of these ceilings is probably just the answer to the safe is. Boy, this is all bad. I could at least buy, like, a mace or something. Yeah, sadly, I cannot buy the axe. Yes, I'll purchase a Morningstar, sure. Okay, we can go back. Okay, the music room doesn't really go anywhere. Okay, have we now actually locked ourselves? Oh no, there's a place in the foundation we can go. Which is through the lab. Haha, we finally did it! I hope there's nothing else I have to power like that. Okay, I don't need to coach check anything, I don't think. So, I guess lavatory it is. Because I'm always convinced there has to be something going on in the lavatory, even though we know there really is not. Oh, there's the very stylized S next to the very unstylized S. That's suspicious. Maybe every room I have to get a letter from and put them in the order in the book or something like that. I have no idea. Okay, so we can go back to look at our new thing, except we're going to run out of feet long before we get to the new thing, unless I magically find something like what is in the safe. Syntech. Let's see. We've got this. I guess I do have the running shoes, so it's technically possible that I could make it. The drawing room also bothers me. Let's see. The pantry. I just don't know what the random computer terminal is going to do for me. Like, I assume it's going to do something, because they made it really, 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 really hard to actually get. So, I think it's over down here somewhere. Oh, I thought it was going to be that. It was not that, apparently. I'm just looking through, because I can see, like, a train track behind there, so I know there's something behind there. Uh, I don't think it's down here either. Oh, these I can light with the one of the things that lights stuff. I've had that item a few times, but I was like, what am I supposed to light? But it's those torches is what I'm supposed to light. Okay, so next time I get that, I know there's a thing I can make and a thing I can get in the armory, both that can light candles, it says. I don't think it said you could light torches, but it doesn't feel like a huge stretch to guess that maybe you could also light some torches with it. Uh, let's see. Is it over here? I bet it's here. Oh boy. Microchip. Looks like it might be able to be plugged in somewhere. I see. I can plug it in there. And it is incredibly useful, I'm guessing. Okay. Probably if I get all three of them, I can open this nightmare, but in the meantime, I can go to here, Blackbridge. Swan Song, I hope? Admin not found. Uh-oh. Admin key. Huh. Okay, so we don't have the password for this. Admin key. Oh, there's a note over here. I00. The spacing suggests to me that it's probably not, that the answer is IOO. Could be I space IOO. It could be 1/100. No, can't be. Oh, I was trying to, I mean, like, if I read this in binary, this would be 12. So it could be that this is 12. Or XII. Is there a clue anywhere that I can spy? IIOO note. The spacing. This is the note in Blackbridge. I'm just labeling this in my. Yeah, given that this is like computer light stuff, I'm guessing that this is meant to be a 12. 1, 2, 4, 8 is how you're supposed to read it if it's in binary. I guess it could be, no, there's no way it could be written upside down of that. I guess there's technically a chance you could say maybe this O is just missing. And so if that's the case, then this would actually be 1, 2, 4, 8 would be here. This would be 16. And so this would be 16 plus 4, which would be 20. So we could try 20 over here if we want. And the other option would be that it's 28, but that's not, that's too many letters. Unless it's that. Admin. very mysterious. Do I not have to do that if I leave that plugged in? Maybe then it will say good enough. I don't think it's going to. Admin. Okay, well, it's technically progress. It didn't, unlike the other permanent upgrades, this one didn't immediately do anything for us, but it at least has the potential once we figure out the admin password. Okay, let's see. There's no way that it's something to do with, like, looking at this, is there? I don't think so. I think both they would make it easier to look at, and I don't know how I would make it into something. Okay, let's see. The II000. Okay. No idea. I guess I could literally type the number 28, although I'm going to guess that's not going to work either. And the number 20. Nope. Okay. Escape. All right. Well, I'm going to end the day there, but we at least got a lot done today in terms of crossing things off of our to-do list. It's quite mysterious to me what I'm doing with this place, but it does make me intrigued to try and figure out what I'm doing with this place. So I suppose I'll leave this here. Why not? And we will try to figure out more things tomorrow. But for now, I hope you've enjoyed this frolic through the end game of Blueprints. Oh, I guess there is a whole thing here. I hadn't even noticed, actually, on this that there's a whole whatever this is. Oh, maybe there's not, actually. Sorry. Maybe it's only 6 letters total. I don't know if there's anything that's going to go here. Anyway, we'll call it a day there, and we'll pick up again tomorrow. We'll try and figure out more about the Black Bridge Grotto. Bye for now.